Hi crypto queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you what I see now on Bitcoin and on Ethereum. And on Bitcoin, I actually have 3 levels where we could potentially see the market give me another buy opportunity. So either we will see the market break above a previous lower high, create a higher low against that level, or if we see the market pull back down to one of the Fibonacci levels that I have, if we have a bigger drop, we can also come back down to this previous resistance on the higher time frames that we did break above. So we just might see the market have a breakup from that level and then see potential retest and then a continuation back to the upside. I'm still in my buy position on Bitcoin. So don't forget that I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I will show you exactly where the levels are for Bitcoin and on Ethereum. So looking at my Bitcoin trade right now, so we are pretty far away from my entry. I will go through exactly what can potentially happen now if we see the market continue back down or not, but I have my take profit at 26,200. This is a Fibonacci level. So I took this trade yesterday on a buy limit order at 23,655. The market is right now creating a pullback. Don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on BYBIT up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video. You'll also have it pinned right here in the corner, and this is how you are supporting me, so I'm always available for you. And of course, the good thing with BYBIT, I always say it, but when we hold our positions for a longer time, is the low fees that we want, of course, to have while we're holding them. So that's why you should claim this bonus right now up to $4,450. Let's start off with Ethereum. We're looking at the 2 daily chart. You can already see that I have the Fibonacci levels at $2,300 and $2,590. So what happened, which is very important, is that we did break inside of the previous support that we did have. The market did break it a couple of days ago, and if we go down to the lower time frames now, and we can go to the 12 hourly, so we can see, yes, we see the market now. This is another 12 hourly candlestick that is creating. So everything depends on how this candlestick is, obviously, if it's going to be a bearish candlestick or a bullish candlestick. But what we can do right now is that we drag a Fibonacci from 1,703 back up to the high now, 1,983. On the lower time frames, we can already see that the market is now starting to create the pullback. But if we see the market giving us this bearish candlestick, we can potentially, based on this Fibonacci now, we can potentially reverse back down to 1,845 and 1,810 for a potential pullback, and then see the market continue back up. And the third take profit that I have is exactly combined with the 50% at $2,300. So if the market pulls back down now, this is definitely a level where I would look for a potential reverse. If we go down to the 4 hourly chart, we can also drag a Fibonacci based on this little higher low that we have from 1,870 back up to the high at 1,996, and we have the Fibonacci levels at that point at 1,935 and 1,915. So this could also be where we see a reverse back down and then see the market reverse to the upside and continue back up to the higher targets that I did expect. So we will either see the market retesting this higher time frames Fibonacci, but first of all, we're going to look at this 4 hourly. If we see that we pull back down to this level for a retest, if we break this level, we can see the market, or at that point, we're looking at 1,810 and potentially 1,780. So around these levels now, if we also look at what this 61.8% is this previous high that we did break when we saw the market break above this previous support, also a previous resistance. So this is definitely a level where we can see the market create a higher low against. So the same thing now, what happened, we broke above the previous resistance at 23,830, go down to the lower time frame. So what happened yesterday, if you saw my video, was that we saw the market gave us this little higher low on the lower time frames, and when I did record it, I drew the Fibonacci from 23,980 back up to the high at 24,342, and we could see how the market perfectly came back down to these Fibonacci levels, and all of the three targets got hit. I have a position, as I showed you in the beginning, I had it from down here, so I'm just waiting for the market to give me another pullback. But if we see that the market gives us a pullback right now, which it looks like we can do, we can drag another Fibonacci from 23,142 back up to the high at 24,397. This is on the daily chart, and that gives us the Fibonacci levels again that you could see the market break. So this is the previous resistance that we just might need to pull back down to and give us another pullback. We're looking at the 12 hourly chart. Okay, so we also have another resistance right here. We have another resistance at 24,265, and if we break below that level, most likely we will see the market reverse back down to these Fibonacci levels at 23,770, potentially 23,600. From these levels, we will either see the market give us another retest of this previous resistance that we did break and see a continuation back to the upside, or if we actually see that the market break below these levels, and we just might see the market have a bigger momentum to the downside. So a lot of things depends now. Do we see the market, because we were using this previous resistance, we can drag another Fibonacci from this higher low from 23,663 back up to the high at 24,830, and you can see how perfectly this is combined with this previous resistance that we did break. So this just might be where we actually see the market at, again, 24,245, potentially 24,105, for the market then to reverse back. So we can go down to the 15 minutes chart, and we can use another trend line right here, because that's the one that is representing the downtrend. I would not be surprised if we see the market drop a little bit more to find a support, and then slowly instead see the market reverse back to the upside. But we're using the trend line to see if we will break it. Right now we have the last lower high right here, which is the one that we're trying to retest at 24,436. So we just might see the market break above this previous lower high, create a higher high, create a higher low against the previous lower high, because that is also break of structure. The 4 hourly candlestick, we are pretty volatile, so this is why I do believe that we can still see the market pull back down a little bit more, and then slowly instead see the market hopefully then reverse back up. And the most important thing is that if we pull back down to this previous resistance, is that we want to see the market on the lower time frames consolidate a little bit, because if we come back down to these levels and then see a reverse, I think something like this will happen. We will only see the market give us a quick retest and then see the market have the momentum. So that's what I'm looking for right now when it comes to Bitcoin. So I actually think that the market looks really good for a potential buy opportunity. If the buy opportunity is not there, we will just wait and see how the market is reacting to these previous resistance. If we see the market actually have this as a breakout retest of this previous resistance, a continuation, or if we one more time see the market give us a fake out from this resistance, see a potential retest from below, and then maybe a continuation of the drop. Thank you so much, guys, for looking at this video together with me. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you understand what I see on the charts, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live tomorrow, because we will go through a live before next week starts, because it's really good to look at the weekly chart before that. Otherwise than that, as always, I wish everyone a great weekend. Okay, from Sweden.